So, Patrick, well, he was laying down on the couch. He felt sorry for himself, only a little bit. So, to take his mind off of the horrible situation that seems to be going around lately for him, which seems to him to be a theme. First his wife, first Beatrice gets kidnapped. Then after that, she has been accused of murder and kidnapping. Then after that, he realizes that his friends was right about her, about being a murderer and a kidnapper, and then he files for divorce. Then after that, then he files for divorce, and now his wife ex-wife, burns his house down. So it's not been a good couple of months and or a year for Patrick. But he still has his job and he has a friend. So everything is somehow a little bit worth it to him. That's when he says to himself, I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to do something to repay my gratitude. I'm going to have to cook her some breakfast. She's still asleep, I assume, and this would be a great way to acknowledge and appreciating my dearly beloved friend. So I'm going to cook her breakfast and then later on dinner. After that, he gets up from the couch because at that point it was morning, and he goes to the kitchen and he grabs the pots, grabs the pans, and grabs the ingredients to make some pancakes and bacon. And then he gets started on cooking. And then he gets started on cooking breakfast for his friend and himself, for Joey and himself, just to get ready for the morning and the day itself. But before we continue, a little bit of a break, shall we? I am back. That was a little bit short, wasn't it? Anyway, I would love to welcome you to part 40 of the American Show. Let us continue. He begins cooking breakfast, and then all of a sudden, Joey shows up to see who's doing stuff, for lack of a better word. And she realizes that it's Patrick cooking breakfast. And she's really appreciative. And she says to him, well, I was going to do that when I wake up, but thank you. And then he says, don't mention it. I would love to do that. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm cooking dinner too. Really? You didn't have to do that. Well, I kinda, yeah, but that's a lie. I kinda did have to. Seeing how you know, letting me stay in your apartment. It's the least I can do, Willie. I'm very sincere about this. Okay, what are you cooking? Baking and pancakes. If that's what you want, of course. I can always change the menu. No, please don't. I'm very happy about that. Well, awesome. I just want to say thank you once again for letting me stay in your apartment. I know how hard it is to I know how hard it might be, but I'm trying my very best to not be a nuisance or an annoyance for you. I'm trying my very best because I know how thankful I should be and am for letting me stay at your house or your apartment. I really appreciate that. So I'm going to try my best whilst I'm here, to make it the most comfortable and less uncomfortable, or not at all uncomfortable situation that you can ever have. I'm going to make it comfortable and pleasant for you to be here with me and not have us have horrible impressions of each other, and more specifically you have a terrible impression on me. I'm not going to do that whatsoever. So this is my beginning of trying to appreciate you by cooking you breakfast. So I hope you enjoy. And also, I will call a cab so you won't have to drive me to work. No, I would love to drive you to work. Are you sure? Yes. Okay. No problem. Because I don't want to feel like, you have to. No, it's fine. I would love to. We're going to work together, so we might as well go together, right? I mean, it doesn't make any sense for us to go separately. You don't have a car, and, well, your car is in your driveway, which doesn't exist because you bought the house now. So I would love to drive you to work, as long as you're staying here, of course. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. After that, breakfast is served. And together, all breakfast and all morning, they are eating breakfast together. Then after that, Patrick decides to get ready for work. So he goes to his bedroom. Well, not his, Joey's bedroom, and he begins getting dressed to go to work. His suits are burned except for the suit that he was already wearing when he got back from work yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but yeah, I think it was yesterday actually. Well, 3 days ago, I think it was, when his house burned down. I think it was 3 days ago, yeah. He was wearing the same suit that he was wearing when his house burned down. And he was going to, of course, grab that suit after he, or before he, got to take a shower, before he, got ready for the day even further. So he goes he goes to his closet. He grabs the clothes hanger and with his suit on it. And then after that, he puts it on the bed, and then he goes to the bathroom. Then he takes off his clothes and takes a shower. After that, he leaves the shower, brushes his teeth. Then after that, he, washes his face a little bit, and then dries off. Then after he dries off, he then goes and leaves the bathroom. Then he goes to her bedroom. Then he grabs the suit and puts it back on. Then after that, she is waiting for him. He closes the door behind him. He leaves her bedroom, and he goes to the living room, where, like I said before, she is waiting for him. Then then Joey opens up the door, and they leave the apartment. They pull up to work, or she pulls up to work. They get out of the car, and they walk in together to the Alpha Queen Studios. He goes to his dressing room, she goes to hers. He opens up his mini fridge and grabs a beer. I mean, it's just one beer, right? I mean, it's not a big deal. He drinks it. He does a couple push-ups. He drinks some more beer. Then after that, he is ready to go. After he does that, after he gets ready to go, smacks himself a couple times, grabs some water, drinks that, and now he is ready for the day. But not before grabbing hot water and pours it on him so he can get further ready for the show, or in this case, rehearsal. Then he smacks himself again. He grabs a towel, dries his face, and then, or wipes his face. Then he is ready for the show. He opens up the door, and then he leaves the dressing room and begins rehearsing for the American show. Rehearsals are doing rather well, as always, and he is having a grand old time with the staff, crew, and of course Joey, who's also having a good time at that point. Then they go back to their dressing rooms. He drinks the rest of the beer and does a couple push-ups to get further ready for the show. Then after that, he does some crutches. He gets up after the last crutch. Then he opens up the door, and the show begins. They're walking towards each other, to the main stage as they're singing the opening song. As they're singing the opening song of the show, things are going brilliantly well. And the show begins. After the song ends, the show begins. Then they sit down and talk about, entertainment. What's happening in the entertainment industry and politics. After that, they welcome their first guest. And then, after that, they, welcome the musical guest. After that, the show ends with them waving goodbye to the camera as the credits are rolling. And that was it. The show ends, the show goes off air, and now they are soaking in the applause from the audience from the audience in the studio. Then they wait for the audience to leave, and then they leave. After that, he wants to get started on dinner. So after they leave, after they leave, he goes to the car because he wants to drive, and that's exactly what he does. Then after that, he drives the car along. So he drives the car, and everything is going wonderful. He puts on his seatbelt. She does as well, and they are going back to her apartment. So he can cook breakfast, actually dinner. So he can cook dinner for Joey and himself. They show up to the apartment. They walk in, and he begins walking towards the kitchen to begin cooking dinner for the both of them. After dinner is served, they begin eating it. It is very delicious. After dinner is done, he wants to sit down on the couch before he goes to bed. But not before taking off his suit and taking off his pants, putting them back on the clothes hanger. Then he goes back to his living room and begins watching TV. Everything is going well. Then after that, he, is enjoying the show or the movie. Actually, it's a televised version of a play that he really loved ever since he was a kid. And he was enjoying it. And then he starts to get a little bit sleepy. So he calls it a night. He turns the TV off, and then he gets under the makeshift he gets under a blanket that she had on him, or that she had given to him when he first arrived to the apartment, and he wraps himself, turns the TV off, and then begins to go to sleep. He begins to go to sleep, and that was it. To be continued. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below, tell me what you like about the video or hate about the video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.